Hello and welcome. Today I have a super fun and easy project for you. We're making a pair of comfy pajama shorts. Lately I've been making some projects that required a lot of patience, learning and making corrections. So I wanted to finally sit down to something really quick and easy. That's why today we're going to sew a perfect beach pajama short, just basic cotton shorts with an elastic waistband. The project is very beginner friendly. If you're starting to learn how to sew, it will be just perfect as a first project. Actually, for my first sewing project, I did a pair of shorts using a thrifted shirt. I just cut off the bottom part of the shirt and sewed the inside seams and added an elastic, and it turned out really great. So yeah, for this project you don't need a pattern. Just prepare a pair of shorts or trousers with an elastic waistband that you have and really like the fit of, because we are going to trace them to make the pattern. Then you'll also need some fabric, preferably lightweight and breathable, like cotton or linen, and then a thread in the color of your fabric, and a 2 centimeter wide elastic, a pencil and a paper for pattern tracing, as well as scissors and of course a sewing machine. Let's start by making the patterns for our shorts. So take your shorts, turn them inside out, fold them in half and find the center seam. Then lay the shorts on the paper so the seam extension is perpendicular to the edge of the paper. This is not necessary, but it will make the process of creating the pattern a lot easier. Draw along the edge of the center seam and the crotch seam. Now find the point where the front and back of the shorts meet at the lower side seam. From this point, draw a straight line up and draw a perpendicular line from the center seam to the side seam. Now draw a curved line for the leg. If your shorts do not have such a round finish, just sketch a curved line from the side seam to the crotch seam. The front pattern of the shorts is now ready. Remember to add 1 centimeter seam allowance for all the edges. Cut the pattern out, sign it, and repeat for the back pattern. Now you should have 2 patterns that look like this. Check that the front and back have the same length for the crotch seam and the side seam, and add about 3-4 centimeters at the top for the casing for the elastic. If you didn't do this when creating the pattern, you can add it when cutting out the material. Now trace the patterns onto the material and cut out 2 pieces for the front and 2 for the back of the shorts. For this I use a disappearing marker, but a pencil or chalk will work too. You can fold the material in half, but remember, if you are using a material that has a pattern that runs in a certain direction, don't cut it upside down. Then iron the pieces if you didn't iron the material before cutting out, and you are ready to start sewing. Start by sewing the crotch seam. So connect the front and back pieces at the crotch line, right sides together, and sew a straight stitch. I am using 2.5 millimeter stitch. After stitching, press the seam open and overlock it, or use a zigzag stitch on the raw edges. Now connect both pieces at the center seam, right sides together, so the back pieces are together and the front pieces are together. First join them at the crotch so that the stitching you made at the crotch seam forms a straight line. Pin the allowance in 2 directions to avoid creating bulk. And now pin along the edge and sew using a straight stitch. Overlog the raw edge of the center seam as well as all 4 sides of the front and back. Overlog from the top edge to the moment when the curve starts. We have finished overlocking the side seam and the inside, and now before we sew the side seams, we are going to hem the shorts. Here's where the curve starts. We are going to start hemming. We are going to do a small hem, something as little as this. And I'm just rolling as I go. You have to be really patient and go slow because the shorts where they have the curve are a little difficult to hem, so you have to stretch some parts and just go slow and you will manage. So here I'm just checking where I should start hemming, because the front and the back sides can be a little bit different in lengths. So I'm checking that, and after I start hemming, I just tuck the material under as I go. Just try to flatten it with my fingertips. And sew a 3mm straight stitch. If after hemming the edges of your shorts are slightly wavy like mine, don't worry, this is a natural effect after sewing the curved edge. Just iron it and it will lay flat. Although I also like this wavy effect on the hem, as it adds lightness to the shorts, and it's just such a lovely detail. Now you can sew the front to the back at the side seams, of course with the right sides together. It's time to make the casing for the elastic, so fold the top edge of your shorts for about 0.5 centimeter and a second time for 2.5 centimeters. If you're using a wider elastic than 2 centimeters, just always add 0.5 centimeter allowance to its width. So start by folding the material at the seams and then between them. Then sew 1 millimeter from the edge of the folded casing using a 3 millimeter straight stitch. At the end, leave a few centimeters for the hole where we will insert the elastic. So we are almost done with the shorts. This is how they should look like. And yeah, as you can see, they are quite wide. If you want to try them on, they will fall. So first we have to put the elastic in the casing that we did. Grab your elastic that is 2 centimeters wide and measure around your waist, or if you prefer your shorts to sit lower on your hips, you can measure there. Just remember that the elastic will stretch quite a bit, so it will be like a couple of centimeters less than what you just measured. But if you want to be secure, you can cut exactly at your measurement and then cut off the rest. I will be cutting a couple of centimeters in, so that I don't have that much left. Now is the best part. We're just inserting with a safety pin at the end of your elastic. Insert it into the hole we left in the casing and just gently pull it through. Be careful while you do it that the elastic is not twisting. We're almost done, you guys. You did a great job. I feel like it's going to be amazing. Before you sew the elastic, the ends of the elastic together and sew the casing closed, I recommend to try on your shorts so you can see if they fit correctly, and in any case you can still make some necessary corrections there. Pin the ends with the safety pin. It's more secure than a normal pin and it doesn't hurt in comparison to the other. Your time to just spread the elastic. You can just pull on the elastic so it lays kind of evenly. And now you can try them on to see if they fit. So the last step is to sew the elastic ends together and close the opening for the elastic. Remember to use the right needle to sew the elastic, otherwise there may be problems, like for example your thread may tangle or break. Put the ends of the elastic one on top of each other and sew them together, making like an X-shaped stitch. Close the opening for the elastic and the shorts are ready. The shorts are finally ready, and as you can see, they can be made in just one day. It's a super easy, quick beginner project. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and if you try to make shorts with it, please tag me on Instagram or write in the comments how it turned out. And yeah, happy sewing! Bye!